So I've been wanting to promote this, but I've been waiting to do a Star Wars video to bring it up. As you can see from the advertisement right here, Saturday, January 30th, there's a plan to get hashtag We Love Cara Dune trending. And I hope that this actually pans out. I think this is a good idea considering all the garbage she gets on social media. So pause the screen, check that out. If you're on Twitter, maybe just tweet that out. And I'm sure it'll get a lot of the people over on Twitter that are constantly going after her upset. Also, it's nice to see Carl Weathers promoting her, saying, "So wonderful to have the opportunity to work with the beautiful Gina. She's making her way through a very demanding industry as an artist and craftsperson, and she's hitting so many of the right notes. Nothing but upside awaiting her. Hashtag go Gina. Hashtag be peace." I like Carl Weathers. I think he's an all right guy. So there's that. If you want to jump in on that, I think it'd be cool. I'm pretty sure that there'll be a lot of people getting their panties in a twist over it. Now, let's get into the main topic, which is Jon Favreau seemingly confirms The Mandalorian will lead to the sequel trilogy. And to that, I say, not going to happen. I know there's a lot of rumors floating around that the sequel trilogy is going to be retconned or erased or put in its own pocket universe, and I just don't think that that's going to happen. I don't think that they're going to touch it. I really don't. And I don't think there's anything wrong with reporting on rumors. I like rumor videos. Actually, I think that they're fun, and they're fun to listen to. I think talking about that Lucasfilm Civil War is fun. But at the end of the day, I don't think that they're going to change anything with the sequel trilogy, and all roads will always lead to The Last Jedi. As much as it's as nice as it is to see Luke Skywalker kick ass at the end of Season 2 Mandalorian, he's still going to become a green milk drinking hopeless loser on a rock by some broken down temple. So I just don't think that's going to change. I don't. Disney just won't do it. And I know that there's a lot of stuff floating around that they're going to, but I just, why would they do that? They're just going to continue to fill in that void between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. That's exactly what they're going to do because they're making money doing it. All of these shows are successful. They're just going to keep exploring that time period and filling it in. You know why they're going to keep doing that? Because people watch it, and this way they can give you nostalgia, and they don't erase what they've already created. It's not going to happen, especially as long as Kathleen Kennedy is still in charge. And I got to tell you, she's still in charge. The idea that she just sits in an office and doesn't do anything is kind of crazy. And I hate saying that because I don't like her. I think that she endorses a lot of nasty stuff, especially what Star Wars official Twitter did the other day. But the facts are the facts. She's still there. And the success of all of these shows is going to keep her there. There's no way that she's going to let them erase her sequel trilogy. That's her legacy. As shitty as a legacy as that is, it's not going anywhere. So let's just go ahead and jump down here where he talks about the sequel trilogy. Later in the interview, Favreau was asked about whether the return of Luke Skywalker as seen in Season 2 was always planned out. He answered no. The story unfolded as I wrote it. The Mandalorian inherits a great deal from existing Star Wars stories, and when I write, that context is always a consideration. Favreau has insinuated that he is indeed taking the sequel trilogy into consideration, saying it became clear that within the established continuity, certain things were likely to transpire. In a follow-up question, he would be specifically asked if he felt penned in narratively given the sequel trilogy reveals Luke's future. He replied, "We have a tremendous amount of freedom afforded to us because of the gap in between the films. Dave Filoni and I are in constant discussion regarding how each story choice is impacted by and would impact existing Star Wars material." So it's not going anywhere. Listen to this. I would be remiss without pointing out that even before The Mandalorian released, Favreau explained that the show would be exploring the origins of the First Order, which were introduced into the sequel trilogy. He stated also what could happen in the 30 years between celebrating the defeat of the Empire and the First Order. You come along in on Episode 7, and they're not just starting out, they're pretty far along. So they're going to have to come in and make some differences. Now, the one thing I do believe, and that I do think could happen out of all the rumors that have come out about where Star Wars is and where it's going, is I do believe the one retcon that they will probably do is the one that makes it look like everything Luke's doing in episode 8 was to save Grogu. If you don't know who that is, that's Baby Yoda. I do think that one is likely because it keeps the sequel trilogy intact and it lets you just change something off screen to make that make more sense and not make Luke such a loser. I think that is a possibility, but as far as them remaking it or kicking it out of canon, that's not going to happen. What's going to likely happen, if you want to know what I think, is after they run everything into the ground as hard as they can, and they've made as much as they can in between the Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens. They've explored that to all possibilities. They're just going to reboot the entire damn series. And I don't know what that looks like. I don't know if that means starting at the prequels and moving forward or starting at the original trilogy and then doing the prequels. But that's what they're going to do. They'll just remake it. They'll recast everybody and they'll remake it. And get ready for a huge woke fest with that. It's going to be a crazy joke. Unless maybe Favreau and Filoni did it. That could be something. But I'd rather them just not touch it. So that's what I think. You're going to see the Mandalorian start to introduce things like the First Order. That's only a matter of time. And I don't think that they're going to get rid of the Disney trilogy. And I know a lot of people would like to see that, but it's just not going to happen. I think it's fun to talk about rumors, but I just personally don't believe that those are happening. Anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you disagree? Do you agree? What are your thoughts? Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.